So Susana, it's awesome to have you here. You joined the mastermind a couple of months ago. I know for you it's been a little bit chaotic, and what I mean by that, you're really busy, so it's been quite hard to kind of figure out how it all fits together. What's been your experience of putting aside 3 days and coming and just properly being focused, the last 3 days? What's been your experience?
So I think that for everyone joining the mastermind, it would be amazing to have this opportunity like at the get-go. Like putting aside 3 days and actually just sitting here and seeing the grand plan and how everything actually fits together so beautifully, but also understanding things in a much better way. Like if you're coming from a world, and I saw that I wasn't alone, which was really great, where you are not a natural investor, like it's not something that you've just done throughout your life, and but you're wanting to invest, but you're wanting to also understand a little bit about it. You're not just wanting to hand everything over to an investment firm. This was so great. And I've walked away with not only just a bit more understanding around investment and the different asset classes, which I never thought I'd say in my life.
How impressive,
but also just what I love about the system you've created is the triangle, understanding who we are individually, really looking at how we work as individual and playing to those strengths within our investments, then creating a plan based on where we want to see ourselves, in 20 years or 30 years or whatever it is for everybody else. And then having that actual plan, like step-by-step plan. I'm specific manifestor, so I need actual numbers. So if you say, okay, you need to save X amount in order to do this, you need to invest X amount in order to get there, then I'm like, oh, thanks, now I know where I'm going. So then getting that clarity is so wonderful. Yeah. And then also the other thing that I really loved was just this beautiful sense of this group of people that are doing it because they want to uplift.
Yeah.
And your whole team, Callio's whole team, the people in the room, there was this general feeling of people that are coming together to uplift. So not only invest for personal reasons, but for their family and community, like to raise, bless you, to raise the experience on this planet, not just for individual goals.
And talk to me, because one of the things that I think people underestimate is the quality of partners. So what was it like for you you've been on the Zooms, you've met the people through the cameras, etc., and you've met some amazing people all over the world, you've interviewed some amazing people. What's been your experience of coming and meeting the partners and actually, because money's about trust and investing and getting the human connection, what's been that like for you?
Well, I think what was great, the Callio team is great. And what's quite interesting is we actually are mutual friends with a lot of each other's mutual friends. And a lot of the partners that they have are people that I know that have created things, which makes me feel more grounded. I love the due diligence they go through when looking at a deal, and that makes me also feel really safe. And the fact that they said that every single investment opportunity that they've created with looking at it being an investment opportunity that benefits others, not just the investment.
So like sustainable and impact and that sort of thing.
Impact investments, sustainable investments, that sort of thing. So speaking to a 7, that's beautiful. That's like, and a 2, that's, and a 9. Those are all my numbers, and they are the ones.
She's talking about the Enneagram.
The Enneagram,
if you don't know what you're talking
about. Which is a game changer. But it's like, it speaks to my heart, which then makes me feel safer working with you. Because if somebody was just like, here's the number.
So one of the greatest challenges people have is time. And when you talk about investment, everyone wants, I very seldom meet someone who doesn't want wealth and doesn't want to sort themselves out, etc. But then they say they don't have the time to actually invest it. What would be your advice to someone that might be thinking, should I come for the weekend, shouldn't I come for the weekend? What would be your advice to them in terms of whether they should or shouldn't invest the time?
I think that that actually ideally, and I know that would make your life crazy, but I think that this is the perfect jump in point. You know, like I struggle, like time is one of my things. It's the most valuable commodity we have. It's the most valuable thing we have, you know? So taking 3 days out gives you a really good, clear picture, and it makes you feel like you can move forward so much more equipped. So I would definitely recommend coming and doing one of these weekends for sure. But I also think that, Scott, you and Alex and your team explain things really, really well. And if time really is a crunch point for people, to contact your team and find out what are the different interviews you've done, the 30-day passive income challenge, like what are the smaller chunks that they can do to getting where they want to be. Because I think that that's also another way. But definitely, I mean, if you can take 3 days out, and I literally took 3 days out, guys. Like
it's like unheard of.
Unheard of. My phone has got I don't know how many 100 WhatsApp messages, and you know that I haven't responded to. But so that I could just be present and actually pay attention to what was going on. And I just feel that bit more equipped to move forward. And I know who I need to set up meetings with in order to get to the next
because now
step.
you met everyone, you know how they all fit together.
So
just my final question to you was, you know, I've known you for a long time. I know you've wanted to get on top of your wealth and have your plan and everything else. And now that you have invested 3 days, you've been part of, I know it hasn't been a long time yet in the mastermind, etc. But how are you feeling now about, you know, over the next 5-10 years, actually creating what you want and having the partners to help you do it?
So what's interesting is it's petrifying.
Especially all the acronyms.
It's petrifying, yeah, but also really exciting that you can see that it's possible, you know? There's a few things I don't know how they're possible yet, but I can see how it all fits together, and it's more possible than it was ever before. And for me, that's exciting, you know? I'm still scared, by the way, but I'm excited, scared. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, listen, thank you very much. I'm very grateful that you spent the time, and also thanks for sharing your part in the whole session. It's been wonderful, and I look forward to seeing your results.
Yeah, and just a big shout out to your team and the Calio team, and you know, everybody fitted together so beautifully. And there is no, it was mentioned a number of times, and I'm going to mention it here, there is no other financial planner, investment opportunity, collaborative group that is looking at all of the aspects that you guys are looking at, and that, for me, that holistic approach is what makes me feel so much more held, so much more safe, and also so much more seen as an individual who is not like a cookie cutout and requires individual attention, you know?
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for that, and I look forward to seeing the results.
Well done.
Thanks, man. Bye then.